All right, let's not play no games. I need full-on participation. I need you to get down in the comments and work with me. Who should not make this Team USA team? I'm gonna give you my roster that I would keep. Let me know if you agree or not.
Straight talk, no sugarcoating, a direct opinion on who doesn't deserve a spot on Team USA. What makes this interesting is how boldly it's stated, because we're going to examine ideas that question long-standing beliefs about selecting national basketball teams. This goes beyond casual fan talk now. There's a real conversation about whether past achievements matter more than how well someone plays today. The conclusion may catch you off guard.
The GOAT, Caitlin Clark, should be the starting point guard for Team USA. Duh, the best thing that ever did it. Caitlin Clark starting at point guard. Jackie Young should be starting at shooting guard. That is what I believe it should be. That should be the starting backcourt right there. We move on to the wing position. I got Kalia Copper starting at the...
This particular starting lineup shows a major change in thinking. Clark leads as point guard, Young plays shooting guard, Copper takes small forward, Hamby handles power forward, and Boston anchors the center position. Look at what's not there. The old-school USA basketball method of packing the roster with experienced players and past Olympians. This group focuses on who's hot right now, how they work together, and honestly, where the program is headed next. Why does this matter beyond just picking names? USA basketball has always preferred keeping the same players around. Athletes who've competed in multiple Olympic Games together, understand the playbook, and earned their places through years playing internationally. That's exactly how Gray secured her spot on the 2024 Paris Olympics team. Even though Clark dominated her first WNBA season like few rookies ever have, choosing to exclude Clark created huge backlash, with supporters highlighting that she topped the league in both assists and long-range shooting while Gray was dealing with injury recovery.
Team, I have Kelsey Plum coming off the bench. Obviously, Kelsey Plum should make this team. I think the backcourt is set between Caitlin Clark, Jackie Young, Paige Beckers, and Kelsey Plum. You got all you need at the guard spot. You really you really don't need no more guards after that, for real. You need wings and bigs. You don't really need no more guards after those four.
Just 4 guards total. That covers the entire backcourt options. Clark, Young, Buchers, and Plum. Looking at the statistics, there's actually solid reasoning here. Clark put up 19.2 points and 8.4 assists nightly during her first year, helping the Fever reach playoffs for the first time since 2016. Young captured a championship with the Aces and received all WNBA recognition. Plum already proved herself as an Olympic gold winner from Paris. And Buchers, even after missing most of her UConn years due to injuries, demonstrated upon returning that she remains among women's basketball's top scorers. But there's conflict here. This guard selection completely excludes Gray. Gray, who earned Finals MVP honors with the Aces in 2022, who's been central to USA basketball for years, who delivers playoff expertise and pressure performance. The opposing view points out that Gray hits 32 years old in October 2024 and struggled with foot and leg problems all season long. She only participated in 26 games during the 2024 WNBA season, posting 10.3 points and 4.4 assists. Respectable numbers, sure, but no longer exceptional.
Have at the 4-5 off the bench. This might surprise some of y'all. Y'all gonna see where I'm going. I got Cameron Brink. On my team. I don't know about y'all. I got Cameron Brink coming off the bench for this team. I have Rakia Jackson coming off the bench on the wing for this team. I also have Kiki Area Finn coming off the bench as a backup big on this team. We have one spot left. Between Angel Reese, Chelsea.
Now things get truly compelling. 3 wing players coming off the bench: Saberly, Howard, and Jackson. Hold on, that's incorrect. Let me fix that. The actual selections were Citron from the Washington Mystics and Jackson, along with Brink at power forward or center, Harrigan as backup big, and Reese claiming the last roster position. Brink instead of Griner. That choice will spark the biggest arguments. Griner stands 6 feet 9 inches, owns 2 Olympic gold medals, and ranks among women's basketball's most powerful defensive forces ever. She posted 17.8 points, 6.6 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks nightly in the 2024 season. At her age, she served as Team USA's defensive foundation across multiple international tournaments. But Brink brings something else. At 22 years old, she's tomorrow's star. She went second overall in the 2024 WNBA draft, attended Stanford where she claimed a national title, and offers modern flexibility. She protects the basket, defends guards on switches, and shoots from distance. The catch: she tore her ACL in June 2024, sitting out her entire rookie season's remainder. So this roster prediction clearly targets future tournaments, not the immediate season.
And being just a role player, which is what she should be. She's not a star go-to player. Rebound, and that's it. That's all. Rebound and play defense. That's all you got to do. That should be your role, but your team in the WNBA sucks so bad that you're trying to do more, and that's just not you. Angel Reese makes my final 12. So who didn't make my cut? It's a lot of y'all looking like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You got that right. Chelsea Gray didn't make my team. I'm over all these old people. Look, Chelsea Gray's done her thing. She shouldn't even been in the Olympics. Caitlin Clark rookie year. Caitlin Clark should have had that spot.
Reese takes the final position. And honestly, the logic makes sense here, even delivered bluntly. Reese averaged 13.6 points and 13.1 rebounds per game during her rookie year with the Chicago Sky, breaking the WNBA record for straight double-doubles with 15 consecutive games. She dominates the boards and brings tough defense, but the assessment correctly suggests her responsibilities should stay focused. She's not your primary scorer. She's not directing plays. She's collecting rebounds, playing hard-nosed defense, and handling the gritty tasks. The Sky struggled in 2024, placing 13th at 27 losses and missing playoffs. When Reese attempted expanding beyond rebounding and defending, her effectiveness dropped. She shot 39.1% from the floor, and her involvement rate exceeded what her abilities justified. On Team USA, playing alongside premier scorers and facilitators, she wouldn't need anything beyond rebounding and defending. That's actually her ideal assignment.
We got 4 of the top guards in the league. Every guard I named, in my opinion, is better than Chelsea Gray. Caitlin Clark is better than Chelsea Gray. Paige Beckers is better than Chelsea Gray. Jackie Young is better than Chelsea Gray. Kelsey Plum is better than Chelsea Gray. We don't need Chelsea Gray on this team. No disrespect. You did your thing. You've had your fair share of Olympic runs. It's time for the new generation. Time for us to move on. Brittany Griner did not make this team. Brittany Griner, now you can always use that 6'9" size. I thought about.
So let's discuss who didn't make it and why this carries weight. Gray, Griner, and Burton missed this projected lineup. The explanation given points to generational transition, shifting from established players to construct around emerging stars. Here's what complicates matters. USA basketball typically doesn't work this way. They appreciate institutional wisdom. They value athletes who grasp international basketball, which operates under different regulations, different referee standards, different tempo than the WNBA. The three-point arc sits closer in FIBA competition. The key is wider. Physical play increases. Veterans who've competed in several Olympics and World Cups understand adjustments. That explains why someone like Bird competed for Team USA until 41 years old, capturing her 5th Olympic gold in Tokyo at 40. That explains why Taurasi remained on the Paris Olympic squad at 42, becoming Olympic basketball's oldest participant ever. USA basketball relies on veterans because they succeed in intense international matches. But a counter-perspective gains traction. The distance between the US and other nations shrinks. Team USA won gold in Paris, but multiple games stayed competitive. Australia challenged them. France held advantages. Dominating by 30 points every outing has ended. Perhaps that signals prioritizing athleticism, shooting ability, and players currently dominating the WNBA, not players who dominated half a decade back.
We got Hamby, we got Angel Reese, we got we got Kiki, we got some bigs, we got some size, we good. And Veronica Burton didn't make this team. No, love Veronica Burton, love her as a player, but this team is already stacked with guards, so Veronica Burton did not make the cut for my final roster. So I'm going to read you the final roster again. Caitlin Clark.
Let's review the complete 12 again and examine what this team building actually achieves. Clark, Young, Copper, Hamby, Boston, Buchers, Plum, Citron, Brink, Reese, Jackson, and Harrigan. This roster's average age would land somewhere mid-20s. That's noticeably younger than standard USA basketball teams. The Paris Olympic squad averaged over 30. This represents a complete restart, basically declaring the Olympic period covering Tokyo and Paris as closed, and we're preparing toward 2028 in Los Angeles and further. The position distribution proves interesting too. 4 dedicated guards, which appears excessive until remembering international basketball centers on guards. FIBA games get decided on the outside. 3-point shooting outweighs post-play in today's international game. Having 4 elite guards who all shoot, distribute, and handle defensive pressure makes perfect sense. The front court becomes experimental territory. Hamby, Boston, Brink, Reese, and Harrigan. That's substantial size and flexibility, but minimal traditional back-to-basket scoring. This roster would push pace, launch threes, and depend on athleticism instead of grinding inside. That's contemporary basketball philosophy, matching how the sport evolves worldwide.
Should be on this Team USA team. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Who's on your team? Who would you take off of my list? I think I know who a lot of y'all say. Get down in the comments. Let me know. Let's keep the...
Here's the real issue underneath this discussion. It extends beyond 12 roster positions for a single competition. It concerns USA basketball's future identity and whether leadership will make difficult choices regarding legacy compared to present-day performance. Gray perfectly illustrates this struggle. She's a champion, a finals MVP, an Olympic gold winner. She's earned recognition through years of outstanding play, yet in 2024, she wasn't among the WNBA's top 5 guards anymore. Possibly not top 10. Injuries and aging have impacted her. So do you honor previous success hoping she rediscovers that ability for competition, or choose someone performing better currently? The identical question covers Griner. She remains productive, still ranks among the world's premier shot blockers, but she's 33 years old, and her movement isn't what it was 5 years earlier. Brink, when healthy, might not dominate defensively yet, but she offers more flexibility and greater potential. So what takes priority? Established championship credentials or future capability? USA basketball consistently favored veterans. That explains why the Paris Olympics lineup included Taurasi, who barely participated during competition, but provided leadership and wisdom. That explains why Stewart and Thomas were guaranteed picks despite injury worries. The organization prizes continuity and reliability, but the Clark choice transformed the discussion. Excluding women's basketball's most popular athlete from the Olympic team generated enormous criticism. Viewership for FIBA games averaged over 1 million watchers on multiple occasions during the 2024 season, with certain games hitting 2.3 million on channels like ABC. Meanwhile, Olympic basketball viewership remained strong, but not significantly higher than WNBA regular season contests featuring Clark. The appearance was awful. It seemed like USA basketball punished Clark for rookie status, despite clearly ranking among the nation's 12 strongest players. That choice might push USA basketball toward reconsidering roster construction. If performance counts, if presentability counts, if fan engagement and star appeal count, then simply defaulting to veterans stops working. You must make hard choices. You must inform champions their era finished. You must emphasize what's happening on court today over what occurred 3 years prior. And that's uncomfortable. Sports organizations resist these choices because they generate controversy and damaged relationships. It's simpler to keep cycling the same core until natural aging happens. But simpler doesn't equal superior. And if USA basketball wants staying ahead globally, they may need accepting uncomfortable roster choices. The roster suggested here demands all those discussions. It declares Gray's era concluded. It declares Griner isn't crucial anymore. It declares youth and present performance override legacy. That's an aggressive position and likely not what USA basketball will actually implement. But debating whether they should matters because here's reality. In 2028, the Olympics happen in Los Angeles. Pressure to capture gold on American territory will be enormous. And the roster providing USA basketball the strongest winning opportunity might not honor past contributions. It might prioritize shooting, speed, flexibility, and athletes at peak performance. It might resemble what just got proposed. Clark directing offense, surrounded by shooters and athletes. Boston defending the paint. Buchers delivering scoring firepower from reserves. Reese capturing every available rebound. That's a team designed for winning in 2028, not rewarding 2024 achievements. So the real question isn't whether this precise roster works. The question becomes whether USA Basketball embraces this approach. Are they prepared to emphasize performance over reputation? Are they prepared telling legends the next wave arrived? Are they prepared building around Clark like they constructed around Bird and Taurasi for 15 years? Because if not, if they continue choosing veterans and experience and loyalty, they risk serious problems. The global competition keeps improving. Australia has skill, France has skill, Spain, Canada, Belgium, China. They're all advancing. The advantage narrows. And maintaining superiority requires fielding the strongest possible roster, not the most accomplished roster. That makes this discussion critical. It's not disrespecting Gray or Griner or any veteran. It's recognizing that sports progress forward. Generations shift and athletes who dominated 5 years back might not represent the country now. And the roster just outlined stays aggressive, youth-centered, and constructed around current performance. It emphasizes shooting, flexibility, and players dominating the WNBA today. It would create controversy. It would disappoint people. But it might deliver USA Basketball the optimal chance for Los Angeles gold. So what's your take? Should USA Basketball transition from veterans and construct around the coming generation? Or do experience and championship backgrounds still outweigh present statistics? Should Clark start at point guard? Or must she still prove herself behind established athletes? And critically, if you selected this roster, who gets removed and who gets locked in? Drop your thoughts in the comments and share your opinion because this conversation just started heating up.